How many times have you heard the phrase, unplug it, plug it back in? What if I told you that included you as well? Everyone deserves to live their best life. Self-care. What is it? Why do we need it? There are many ways to include it in your daily life. Everyone deserves a moment to recharge and unplug. It's not selfish or expensive to give yourself me time. The definition of self-care is taking time to pay attention to you, but not in a narcissistic way, but in a way that ensures you're being cared for. Learning the different areas in your life that can benefit from being nurtured can help you create a more stress-free environment and help you live your best life. Slide. What is self-care? According to Dr. Monica Teo, doctor at Massachusetts General Hospital and an instructor at Harvard Medical School, self-care means paying attention to and supporting one's own physical and mental health. It's also the first thing that falls by the wayside in times of stress. For a mental timeout, how long do you need and how often? Every day, a couple of minutes, when it's necessary, never? Is there a set time you should give yourself to recharge? The fact of the matter is you decide when and how long you need. It by no means makes you selfish or narcissistic. Dr. Teo uses the analogy, when you get on an airplane and the flight attendant gives the safety spiel about the oxygen mask, she says, if you're traveling with someone who needs assistance or a child, put your mask on first. If you didn't and you lost consciousness due to lack of oxygen, no one wins. It's a lose-lose situation. It's the same in everyday life. We don't take care of ourselves, no one wins. Now you know what it is. Let me give you an idea of what all it encompasses. Slide. When I say me time, recharge, self-care, most assume I'm only talking about taking care of yourself mentally. Yet, that is only one of 5 different areas that make up your complete self-care. Sarah Staggs, a licensed clinical social worker with an MPH, says whether you're recovering from a major event or just in a funk, it's worth looking at whether your activities meet the needs across different spectrums. She describes them as follows: mental, social, spiritual, emotional, and physical self-care. Here's some examples. With emotional self-care, focus on activities such as journaling or listening to music. Social self-care, have a conversation face-to-face, over the phone, maybe a Zoom call. Spiritual self-care, it's thought to be the same as religion, but practicing religion is just one way to express spirituality. Try this. Meditation maybe, community service, prayer, something that helps you contribute to the bigger world. Physical self-care, get an adequate amount of sleep, have a healthy diet, exercise, dress so you feel more confident. Lastly, mental self-care, my favorite. Stimulate your brain with activities such as reading, writing, drawing, knitting, building, or doing puzzles. Each area of self-care looks different to everyone. Do we need them all at once? Probably not. But all elements of self-care are important to live your best life. Let me tell you why. Slide. Being mentally drained, tired, completely give out is no way to live day-to-day life. Our bodies and minds can only take so much until it needs a break. Most of us get overloaded, stressed. Our plates runneth over. Learn to say no. It's okay to say no. Peer pressure as kids is now guilt as adults. Don't fall victim to guilt. You're in control. It's your life. You can't carry everything emotionally all the time. You have to unload. Unload. Find a healthy way to release and let go. Be anti-stress, not just stress-free. Know your limits, what you can handle. Being aware can help you recognize your need for self-care. Remember, it's okay to want and need a moment to recharge. There are also natural and inexpensive ways to nurture your mind, body, and spirit. Getting enough sleep, having a healthy diet, masturbation, a hot bath, enjoying time with your pet. Those are some examples. Sleep deprivation can contribute to depression and anxiety, says Dr. Teo. A good night's sleep is just as good and just as important as a healthy diet. During masturbation, the natural release or flood of endorphins to the system can give mental clarity and a reprieve from stress, says Planned Parenthood and Practo. Your me time can be natural and expensive and healthy. So, are you ready to live your best life? Slide. Understanding self-care isn't about being selfish or narcissistic. It's about the preservation of you. As you've learned, it's not hard, expensive, or time-consuming. When you understand what we need, it's easier and becomes less foreign to us when we try to create a healthy habit. The 5 areas make up the entirety of self-care, but only you can decide what you need, when, and how long. As my favorite clinical podcaster ends every episode, always remember to take care of yourself. Why? Because you deserve it.